on the other side there.
Well, they said both sides were cracked.
What I mean by both sides is that, like, both sides on the...
Oh, no, okay. Just this then. Well, that's easy. Alright. Peter noticed a crack.
Might be easier if I back right up to there, right?
Yeah, I would. Yep. I got a crack on the frame of the roller, so we're going to weld this sucker up, and then he can get rolling. Because what? You broke it. Yeah, Peter broke it. We're going to get this thing welded up. He's keeping right up with Daryl. We got Daryl's going on the last field in the heavy land, and it's Tuesday. We're keep coming. Good. Stop. Beat the rain before May long weekend and the snow.
Oh, that's why May long weekend is crappy.
Yeah, that's why this weekend looks terrible. It's because it's May long. There we go, now it's going. Okay, my welder wasn't wanting to work great. I did get it welded a bit, but I was having issues. So that's gonna be good enough. That's gonna be good enough for him to finish this field. And then on the way to the next field, we'll stop by the shop. We'll be by the shop, we'll fix it better there. Still good.
On that note, good morning. I don't know that today will be our last day of planting, but we are getting close to the end. We are down to 380 acres of soybeans. Assuming or hoping like crazy that we don't have to do any reseeding or replanting. Day and a half. If I pushed it real hard, we could probably finish today, but I don't intend on doing that. So hopefully tomorrow we can get it done. Okay, I'm having a weird problem here today. It's the second time I'm having it. For some reason, my roll 14 here is acting up. Instead of not seeding enough, it's like I'm seeding 230,000 instead of 150. So gotta come and see what the heck is going on. And I guess my seed thing is right full again, and I don't understand this. So what we'll do, I'm not 100% sure why this is happening. Pretty much only been happening with this variety, so into here, go to my hydraulics. It's this one. I'm going to turn that number down to, let's go down to 20 maybe. Yeah, 20 brings that gauge in the middle there by the thing down to 12 o'clock now. So now the big thing is there going to be enough pressure to keep them full? Time will tell. So I have about 60 acres left of this variety, so we'll see what happens. So we got the overpopulating figured out, but have not got the underpopulating figured out yet. Will not be sad to see this variety disappear, because it's been a bit of a gong show. Dirty. Maybe we'll get lucky and that's the problem. But I have my doubts. Let's see what the scoop is here. Row 15. Seems like it's full. That's not the problem. I'm sticking a brush up the tube. Keep the sensors out. Maybe that's the problem. I don't know. It's annoying. Try it again. So I've got it much better. I don't know, I've got it working better here, but what I think I'm going to do, just because I've got so little left here, and my patience is running dry for stopping, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to just going to drive a little slower and see how it's going to work. If I can finish this up, even if it takes me a little longer, at least we're done. So that's the plan.
Alright, well, I'm going to spend a little bit of time here where our cows are. We, in order to feed our cows out back, we've been having to drive across the field a little bit on the land. Well, it's now been planted, and it'd be nice if we didn't have to drive there. So I kind of did a little playing around with the Kubota a little earlier, and I was very surprised at how easy it was to punch a hole through these trees. So we're gonna head over there right now. I'm using this tractor. It's a lot more horsepower and it's got the grapple, and we're gonna see whether we can make a pathway that we can drive through to the back so we're not driving on the field. And then when it's time for us to move the cows out to pasture, we won't be driving on corn that's hopefully up by then. I kind of started doing this thinking it would take quite a bit, but to my surprise, with the Kubota, I was able to make a pathway all the way through. So now it's a matter of making it a little straighter and cleaning it up. But yeah, we need to make it a little bit wider too. So I got a few bigger trees here I need to push over. But this is the pathway that I'm gonna work on right now. So start with this tree right here. Oh, I'm leaning it up against the other one. That's what's going on here. Alright, some of these trees I might have to hit from a different direction too. But we'll see. Okay, probably hard for you to tell from the camera here, but I've got my hole punched through. It's probably close to 20 feet wide, which is awesome. And I've got conveniently a nice pile of dirt right here where it's way too high. So I've been clearing this down and building the driveway up there. So I'm very happy with how things are going. I don't feel like I haven't spent a lot of time on this, and I feel trees are out of the way. I just got to move some dirt, grab the land leveler, level this off a bunch of times, break the fence, and we're good to go. Sounds easy, right? But honestly, it's a lot simpler than I was expecting. So yeah, we'll just keep plugging away here.
Okay, we have moved over to the sand, so we are now starting to put soybeans into corn stubble. I did have to make an adjustment, so what we've done is I've dropped my yetters, or the trash whips, about an inch, and what that's going to do is any trash that's in the way, it's going to clear it out of the way, so we'll get a nice seed bed. So that is what we've done, and kind of exciting. So while we're here, this is the second last field of beans, which is exciting. But right beside our second last field of beans is the second field of corn we seeded. So figured I'd just take a couple minutes here to go for a bit of a walk and just see if perchance we're gonna see any corn, or if we dig around whether it's germinated or not. So normally I wouldn't stop, but Peter had to go get some more soybean seed, and chances are I'm gonna be waiting. So thought, well, my curiosity. So we're gonna do a little digging, and what are we gonna find? There's still moisture here. That's shock and awe. Guess that's a good shock and awe. Oh, look at that. Right where my finger is. That is a corn plant coming, folks. Right there. So if we dig a little bit, 7 inches over, oh, look at that, another one. Again, you're not gonna have a very easy time seeing that, but there's corn coming. That's exciting. That will not do too many more warm days, and we will have corn out of the ground. So that's kind of really exciting. So anyway, that was a fun little walk. Time to get back at her and keep going with these beans. So much nicer inside. You wonder how warm it is here. Outside thermometer is reading 95 degrees Fahrenheit, so it is almost sweating weather outside. But anyway, we are ready to go again, and it's time to get at her.
Okay, I've got Dylan and Quinn here. They're gonna help me try and get done as much as we can today. We're gonna zip these the old barbed wire fence. There's an old fence here that's been here forever, and we're gonna get rid of it. So we're gonna just take what we need right now. Then we can get through here, and then we're gonna have to put a post there, and then make a gate. Once we have that gate there, then we're good to go. And Dylan is just, or Quinn's taking the land leveler, and he's land leveling down all that dirt that I moved to make it so we can drive. And then once this is gone, then I'll finish this up, this part right here, make it smooth. So I would say I would go as far as you can. I don't know.
I think what I'm best off doing is cutting off those the nails.
Or you're better off cutting it right at the trees over there, and then we just pull the whole thing back this way.
We could do that.
And we have a nice post here and here. We have a couple posts here we could use. I should have brought a chain. So, yeah, let's cut these off. On this one, cut the nail so we can take this post out, and then we can probably just push this post in right there. This post is still good.
So we have not had the most productive afternoon. We've had lots of little stops, and now it seems like one of my cameras is gone. So get to the end here, I'll have to check and see what that's all about. I'm not sure here what the day is going to bring, but kind of it made my mind I wasn't putting in a long day, because tomorrow I can easily finish, or I should be able to easily finish. So we'll see. It is summertime here now, so see if I can get that camera thing hooked up. And I see Quinn's at the end of the road here, so we might just be calling it a day here. If that's the case, whatever. I'd say it's been a great day, but it really hasn't, because we've had lots of little hiccups and whatevers. But that's just the way it happens sometimes. Not every day is just a smooth day. So we will go and see about that camera and see if we can make that thing work. Camera, you're gonna see. Camera is on, but why it's not portraying back of there, I don't know. And maybe it was just dirty. Nope, it's still not on. Try something, I'm sure that's stupid. Oh my word, look at that. I turned, that was the dumbest thing in the world. So I turned my camera off, I went to map, got the wrong screen on, now I went back to here, turned my camera back on, and I now have both cameras again. It has just been one of those days of weird and wonky little things. So anyway, that is that. Like I said, probably going to be calling it a day here. We got about 150 acres or so left, so we can do that tomorrow morning. But for tonight, we're going to, I got some stuff I wanted to help Heather with in the yard, with her garden, getting it prepped and stuff like that. So yeah, that's probably what we're going to do this evening. So for field work, we're going to pack it in for the night.
Alright, we moved them out here in our 184 calf. Is still getting up, doing okay, but not the greatest. Breathing heavy. We're gonna give it some mag till. Hey buddy, everybody else look good? I know. Alright, so if you're wondering, this is where our gate is. We've got it leveled off, so tomorrow when we feed, we'll be able to drive right through here, not in the field anymore. There we go. Okay, so we had a good day. We share our roller with our cousin Kenny and Johnny. So they're busy rolling their beans. Daryl's got I think about 160, well, we got 240 acres left to roll, and I think Daryl did about 80 acres on the light land. So we're hoping to finish rolling, seeding, everything tomorrow, and the rain's supposed to start tomorrow night / Thursday. So timing could be really good. Just hopefully the cold weather stays away. Anywho's, that's a wrap. We've left things open so that these 4-H animals can get in and out of the barn, just to get it into the shade. Hey? And they have a choice of where they want to go. So anyway, I gotta put my meds back in the fridge and going in for supper. And I'm calling it a day. So, yep. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for taking the time to watch, and have yourself a good one.